Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're all having a great day so far. So if you want to find out how I got on weigh-in 46 on Slimming World, then please do stay tuned and I will tell you all about it. So this week's weigh-in is my first weigh-in since I've returned from my holiday to Copenhagen. Now, for anyone who has watched my video, which was a holiday one before I went away, then you will know that I was planning on having a great time whilst I was away, not worrying too much about my gains. And of course, I have now been back on plan 100% since returning. Now, what I will say to you is that it has been quite a difficult week in some respects, just due to the workload demands and demands outside of work as well. So we have been incredibly busy. I think one of the main things that I would like to say is that I have been on plan 100% this week. Of course, with last week being my weigh-in after my holiday, I was quite keen to lose some of the weight that I did put on. So last week I did gain weight following being on holiday and that was a total amount of 2.5 pounds. So the week before, or sorry, not the week before that, because I took a holiday week, was a gain of 2 pounds as well. And so obviously almost up until the beginning of this year, so I started my journey last May and I didn't gain any weight until March. So from May to March, I didn't have a gain at all, which I'm incredibly grateful for. And the first gain that I had was a pound's worth of a gain. So at that point, I was a little bit unsettled because I wasn't sure why I'd gained weight. With regards to my 2 pounds weight gain, which was on the week of the 6th of April, again, I'm honestly not sure how that weight went on because I was on plan. I wasn't on holiday. I wasn't doing anything differently. I wasn't hormonal. I'm not really sure, to be honest, guys, but the week beforehand, I did lose 4.5 pounds. So I'm not sure if it was just a little bit of a fluid shift and a little bit of a balancing out in weight, which is absolutely fine. But of course, as I said, I did gain 2.5 pounds on holiday and I wanted to try to lose that. So this week I've been really keen to include lots of speed foods, get some of my favourite foods in the fridge, in the freezer, and of course in the fruit bowl as well. So most mornings, as I've said to you guys before, I do have a K-Varg quark yogurt every morning for breakfast with berries or maybe an apple or a banana. So that's generally what I have on a day-to-day, and I haven't changed that. That's my normal breakfast for work, and it fills me up well. It keeps me going till lunchtime, and it is only half a sin for the yogurt itself. And of course, anything on top of that in the form of fruit would be mostly berries, and that they are speed food, of course. And of course, the banana would be a free food if I have one as well. But all in all, low calorie, low sin, and enjoyable because there are lots and lots of different flavours. Now for lunches, I've been trying to focus on having soup. So I've had quite a lot of red pepper and tomato soup this week. I haven't had many of my healthy extra Bs just because I ate quite a lot of bread and a lot of pastries and things over the last few weeks on holiday. And I don't do well with that type of food, to be honest. I do gain quite a lot of water weight when I do eat bread, pastries, cakes, etc. So my weight jumps up really quick. Even though it's not a true weight gain, it does show as a gain on the scales in the form of like water weight. So yeah, as I said, this week I've been trying to sort of not have too many healthy extra B choices. I've not really needed them, to be honest. They've not really fitted into my week. And of course I could have had bread and things like that with soup, but to be honest, the amount of soup that I take with me, because it is so full of speed food and it is so low calorie, the amount of volume of soup I've had, I've actually not had room for like a bagel or bread or a roll or anything like that. So I feel like I've been doing okay from that perspective. From a dinner perspective, I've been absolutely fine. We've been having our sort of on-plan meals that we've bought and paid for in advance. We have planned to have certain things on certain days. We've got some stuff in our cupboard that's kept us on track, and of course some low sin snacks as well. However, what I will say is that evenings have been the most challenging for me, and that is something that hasn't bothered me for quite a long time, to be honest. But before I get on to that, I will just take this opportunity to thank every single one of you who are viewing this video right now. You're all fantastic. You're helping my channel grow by every second and minute that you watch my videos. And of course, my fantastic subscribers. I would not be where I am without you, as well as my lovely members. So I really do appreciate every single one of you who do subscribe. If you're not already a subscriber, if you could consider subscribing, it really would help the channel grow even further. And of course, I must take this opportunity to say that we are now at a 2,000 subscriber mark and above. So I am just blown over by the support that I've had from everyone, and especially over the last couple of weeks, our subscriber numbers have really jumped up quite a bit, and that is just a huge testament to all of the support that you're giving me and allowing me to make more and more content, which I'm hoping all of you will enjoy. So thank you so much for everything so far, everyone. I really do appreciate it. I can't thank you all enough. And so let's get back to the video now and let's round things up. So as I said, evenings were of old a very difficult problem for me to break in the form of a cycle and a habit with regards to binge eating and snacking on foods mindlessly. Now this week I have felt a little bit not out of control because I have been on plan, but my brain has been almost egging me on to have just one more biscuit or just one more bit of bread or just one more extra bit of pasta or just one more snack. And that hasn't been a comfortable feeling for me, I must admit. As I've spoken about in a previous video, the whole binge eating and obesity awareness for me cannot ever end. I have to continuously strive to improve and maintain a healthier weight and a healthier lifestyle, not just for me, but for everyone around me, to show them that they can do it as well. And very much for yourselves at home. I am thankful and so grateful that so many of you feel that I am an inspiration to you, but you are all inspirations to me, and you give me confidence, you give me support, and you show me the pathway at times when I need it, and I know that you will with regards to this section that I'm about to discuss. So as I've previously mentioned in other videos, you will know that I've been able to go and have breakfast at home, a snack at work, another snack, a breakfast again. It gets to late morning, maybe have a few biscuits. It gets to lunchtime, I'll have my lunch. I've often had 2 lunches. It then gets to the afternoon and I'm eating a very large dairy milk bar of chocolate, which I've kept in my desk, hidden away from everyone. But when anyone wasn't watching, I would start eating it like no tomorrow. It then gets on to the end of the day and I maybe swing by a shop, and I used to pick up fast food on the way home. I'd then get home and maybe see if there was anything around that I could eat. We'd then have dinner, we would then have snacks, and sometimes we'd then go out and get something extra from McDonald's, like a McFlurry. Now, that is and was my life, and I can never allow myself to go back to that. But I have to be fully aware that my brain will allow me to if I wanted to do it. But I have to have resolve and I have to have strength to get through all of these difficult times. Now, we do have our holiday coming up in just under 1 week's time. We're going away again to Tenerife. The Tenerife holiday was booked last April, and this is our proper holiday of the year, and it is also for our 2nd wedding anniversary, which is on the 7th of May. And we were in Copenhagen, as I said a few weeks ago, which was an impromptu January sales type holiday break that we booked, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. But as I said, my brain has been playing tricks on me this week. It's been making me feel like I want more, even though I've told myself I don't, and I'm happy with what I have decided to go against within myself. Now, with regards to weight losses, I was hoping that I would be able to lose 2 pounds or so this week. And of course, I did gain 2.5 last week when I came back from holiday, which was to be expected. I was away on holiday. And as I said to yourselves on that video, when I came home, I weighed myself and I was at least half a stone heavier or more from memory than I should have been. And so by eating well and doing well that whole week of being back and being back on it 100%, I was obviously able to lose that huge chunk of weight that I would have otherwise carried to the scales at Slim World. And of course, I still had a residual weight of 2.5 pounds to get rid of. But unfortunately, I didn't manage that. However, this week I did manage to lose 1.5 pounds. So that now takes me to a weight loss of 5 stone 7.5 pounds. I am wanting to get back to my 5 stone 10.5 pounds loss as soon as I can, but I am aware that I'm going on holiday next week. So when you're viewing this video, I'll be going on holiday next week. And of course, I will be going away and enjoying myself, because that's what holidays are all about. I will sort out the weight gain when I come back, just like I did with Copenhagen, and just like I will do any time forward in the future when I go on holiday. But as I've said before, what's the point of going on holiday? What's the point of losing weight and wanting to feel better and more confident to wear a bathing suit or to wear shorts when you can enjoy yourself on that holiday in the form of enjoying beautiful food, enjoying company, and enjoying what it is like to be on holiday with no responsibilities. That is why I'm doing this. I'm doing it for the longer term aspect. It's not just for the short term weight loss goal. Now, obviously, I have mentioned in a previous video that I did want to get to a 6 stone loss by going to Tenerife, but of course that's just not happened, just because we've had our 2 holidays in quick short succession. And so this week, obviously I lost 1.5 pounds. I wasn't disappointed by that. I have been on plan, so I'm quite happy with it, but I just wanted a little bit more. It would have been nice to get a little bit more. So this week, my plan would be to lose 2 pounds. So the week coming, 2 pounds loss would take me up to 7, 8, 9, 9.5 pounds. Sorry, 5 stone, 10 pounds loss. And that would get me almost back to where I was at before. So the 30th of March, I was at a 5 stone, 10.5 pounds loss. And obviously I would love to get back to that before we go away to Tenerife. But if I don't quite get there, I'm not going to beat myself up, because I'm sure that weight gain from the holiday will soon creep on, just as it does. And if you're all watching from home right now and you've had a holiday recently or you've got one planned, I hope that you enjoyed your holiday, and I hope that you will enjoy your holiday when it comes, because that is what life is all about. We work hard, we save hard, and we have many things that pop up in our way in life that prevent us from saving up for holidays at times. And of course, holidays are so expensive now. They really are so expensive that, my goodness, I will be making the most of it when I go away. That's not to say I will be binge eating, but if I want to have something, I will have it. And with the amount of walking about, and obviously it's warmer weather, so you get rid of more water that way as well. And of course, I'm not as heavy this time going on holiday. I am really looking forward to it. Now, as I said, this week ahead, I would love to lose 2 pounds. The things that I'm planning to put in place to allow me to do so is eating lots of speed food, as Slim World recommends. I've got a few ideas regards dinners that won't be too carb heavy. I must admit, this week I'm going to try not to have bread if I can, because it does just sort of bulk me up a bit, and it's quite easy for me to overeat carbs. So I do like to try to minimize them where I can. Now, this is just a personal preference for me, but as I said, I do have a few things planned. So we've got some sardines, which I love, which are free. So we've got those in the cupboard. We've also got some chicken skewers, which you'll know I love. We've got some salad boxes. Now, I will just quickly show you this. Now, this is one thing that may be a game changer for some of you at home. Now, this is from M&S. It is something I have just bought today, and the reason I'm mentioning it is because this will last me 2 dinners. Now, you can buy a larger portion of this, but to be honest, one of these will be enough for me. So, Santini tomato salad. So it does come with a dressing. So this is what it looks like. Of course, you pick it up in Marks and Spencer's. So what it is it's crisp lettuce, refreshing cucumber, which I take out because I don't like cucumber, and a classic French dressing. So there are spinach in there, red onion, tomato, peppers, different types of lettuce, some spinach, as I said, and of course a little pot of dressing. Now, for the whole salad, it's 2 sins, and that includes the dressing. Now, obviously, I'll be having half tomorrow night, half the next night for dinner, and so it works out 1 sin each. Now, what I probably will do is use about half of the dressing, sort of keep it aside, and I'll probably just drizzle it over my salad on the plate. and then the other half obviously I'll have for the next night. Now if you were wanting to use this up in one go, you maybe want to share it with your partner or your friend or whoever it is, then what you can just do is open up the dressing pot, put it over. If you open this sealed lid quite carefully and you get it over in one go, you can then just gently place it back over and give it a shake like this, and then all of your salad is nicely coated. It's got a lovely flavour to it, and I must admit it's one of my favourite salads. I know that obviously there are sins attached to it, but if you're anything like me, I cannot eat dry lettuce, dry salad. It just does not go down. I don't like it. So if this allows me to eat more speed foods and of course more salads, then I'm quite happy to use the sins on it. So please let me know if you've tried this. If you haven't, let me know if you get it. I'll pop this back in the fridge. There we go. So guys, that's today's video. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you can sort of see where I'm coming from in my head, but my goodness, my brain did not allow my body to become weak. I was able to control my emotions. I've been able to control my eating. I've been able to control the urges and the binge, sort of almost muscle memory from my own brain to say, no, I'm not doing that. I've worked too hard to get to where I'm at, and I'm going on holiday soon. So yeah, whatever, brain, you're not telling me what to do. I'll tell you what I'm doing, and I'll tell you exactly how I'm going to do it. So please, if you're in a similar position, do not drag yourself down by making wrong choices. If you do sort of, have a bit of a struggle with food, draw a line under it and move on. We all have issues at times, and we all have food dependencies. And as I've said to people this week, a few people, food is so accessible that it's very difficult to manage, and the only person who can manage your eating is you. And it starts by viewing yourself in a much more positive light, because you are all worth it and you're incredible, incredible people. So please do not judge yourself, do not put yourself down, and I hope you all have a fantastic week, because I sure will do. So please do take care, thank you, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks, bye.